Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 15 in our 20 from 1983 series, and this was a really cool, cute game by Bally, Midway, and Marvin Glass and Associates in 1983. And you are a guy carrying around giant dominoes, and you lay them down on a dotted line, and this is called Domino Man. And I love the cabinet with its domino motif, but you are based on Marvin Glass and Associates employee. I believe his name is Mike Ferris. He's a bald guy with a red shirt or red sweater and kind of bushy mustache. But he appeared in Timber and Tapper as well. Also Bally, Midway, Marvin Glass and Associates games. But I loved this back in the day. It's still a great deal of fun. That is the guy you control, Domino Man, and you move him around the playfield, and you set up large dominoes by walking over these black dots, and the black dots form a line, and your goal is to set up all the dominoes in the line. You'll put them on every dot, and then you'll beat that stage. But there are various people and animals that amble about aimlessly and bump into your dominoes and knock them over, and you have to put them back up again. And yeah, as soon as you come close to a black dot, you will automatically put a domino there. You can take a domino away from a spot by pressing the action button. The action button will also let you swing a domino. It doesn't look like you're carrying one, but you can swing it, and that's how you hit the killer bee. And if you do, then he will leave a treasure bag somewhere on the screen, and you can collect it for 500 points. There will be a guy named Bally, and he cannot be pushed away, unlike the other annoyances. The way that you lose a life is if the killer bee catches you, or if the very first domino on the far left gets knocked over. You will lose a life in either event. But let's go ahead and get started. Note that they use the wonderful classic maple leaf rag to really good effect in this game. It's very well recreated. You can score a nice handful of points by laying down a domino and then pressing the swat button right over it and picking it back up multiple times. You'll get 100 points apiece for doing that. And now, once you complete the stage, you get an option to push over all the dominoes with the action button. If you do, you get 100 points for each domino falling over. But if you decide not to, then see the bonus meter at the top right. It goes up 100, and that'll be the value of the dominoes that you decide to push over at the very end of a stage. Whoops, oh crap. Now I gotta do it all over again. Yeah, you can hit the Bally and his pants will fall off. This game is just so awesome. I love it so much. Ooh, that beaver was about to knock over the dominoes. It's either a beaver or a dog. But this game was a lot of fun. One thing that's kind of a detriment is the controls. They're a little stiff, and you really kind of needed an 8-way joystick or 8-way controls, and you only can move him 4 directions. Hey, get away. But yeah, you push the nuisances, the people or animals there. I'm going to push them over for 300 apiece. And it goes over to the next screen and shows those dominoes fall. And so on and so on. What a cool game. And you get a little intermission after you beat all 3 stages. And the stages are a city street, a golf course, and a construction site. And you just do those 3 stages over and over again. The line where you lay the dominoes might change. And you'll have more annoying people come across your handiwork and knock it down. And they'll be faster. One thing I didn't point out yet is notice at the bottom there's a walking clock. And that walking clock will eventually go and take out the far left domino if you don't beat the stage in time. And I'm gonna wait and try to get a higher bonus. Well, that was weird, because that bonus meter should have gone up to 200. I don't know why that happened, but at any rate, I love that you can whack the guy with the domino and make his pants fall. That bully, like I said, you cannot push him off the screen. All the other nuisances, except for the walking clock, can be pushed off the screen. Ah, crap. Yeah, I saw this at numerous arcades. The first place I think I saw it was at a Oceanside arcade in Oregon. But I really love this. I played it a lot at a nickel arcade as well. Great fun game. And like I said, I really like the way that they used Scott Joplin's Maple Leaf Rag. Classic piano piece. Very lively. And another thing that I didn't mention that I really like in this game is that at the very end, when you get your game over screen, the game makes a poem that kind of reflects how well that the game thinks you did. And it's very, very, very cool. I remember seeing that for the first time in the arcade and thinking, this game is awesome. But yeah, you get a little bit of a bonus for the oh, if you die, I don't think that you get the bonus for the for the dominoes going across to the next screen. I think that's what the deal was. But yeah, the only ways that you can die are letting that far left domino get knocked over, or for being caught by the killer bee. And the killer bee has nothing to do with the old Saturday Night Live skit with Elliot Gould. Very, very silly skit. Elliot Gould and John Belushi and a bunch of other Saturday Night Live regulars played these Mexican terrorists in bee costumes. It's very silly. But boy, did I love this game. I still like it a lot. It's still very fun. But if you get anywhere in this game, like a handful of stages, you'll note that the people and animals that interfere with your handiwork get so darn numerous, and just keep popping up out of the woodwork to knock over your dominoes, and it gets very annoying. You start to lay a few, and then you have to go back and push them away, or swat the bully's pants down. You can get an extra life at it's probably like every 50,000 or so. Whoops. Yeah, they took out that first domino on the left. And if that first domino is connected to a whole bunch of other dominoes, and they start falling down, then eventually that first one will fall down too, and you'll lose a life. You'll hear the bully start to make an appearance. There will be a sound effect as he marches on the screen. All the music, sound effect. This is a fantastic game. I really enjoyed this. And like I said before, you can take away one of the dominoes by pressing the swat button while standing right over it, and that might keep your dominoes from getting knocked over in a long line. There's the clock guy, and he's just about to take out that first domino. Well, it fell over anyway. Boy, I really enjoyed this in the arcades back in the day. There's only one cutscene that I did not get to show you during the gameplay, and we'll look at that a little bit later. But yeah, definitely one of the highlights of the game is actually, after you complete a game, is the poem. I have a special video on all the poems that I know of in Domino Man. And it tells how many dominoes you have to have put up to get that poem. But that's one of my other videos if you're interested in looking at it. The attract mode says 1982 for the release of Domino Man, but I believe it was actually released in 1983. Such a fun game. I really, really, really like this. Just such great, humorous little touches like knocking down the bully's pants. But yeah, it gets really frustrating when there's people and animals all the time trying to knock over your dominoes, just all over the place. You can't set up a handful of dominoes without these buggers appearing. Yeah, it's kind of annoying when you're close to a dot and you're trying to swat the bee. Sometimes you pick up a domino and set it back down repeatedly, and you end up getting stung. And it would have really been nice if you could move in 8 directions instead of just 4. Yeah, you always get 100 points. 100 points for laying down a domino. But you'll get more than that for pushing down each domino if you built up an accruing bonus for waiting until a later level to push down the dominoes. And there's that stupid clock guy. You can't swat him, you can't push him away. He'll eventually make his way to that first domino. Oh crap, there was one more domino I didn't lay down. Well, here's the poem. Roses are red, like the bully's complexion. Your score of 698 is certainly perfection. That's so cool. What an awesome game. Certainly not without its flaws. Something I might not have mentioned is that you can paralyze the characters trying to knock over your dominoes or bump into them, and then you can push them away, but they'll snap out of it after a short while. But that's Domino Man by Bally, Midway, and Marvin Glass and Associates in 1983, even though the game says 1982. I think it was in 1983. Well, that's Domino Man. Very, very cool game. And here's the last intermission. He actually shoots the bully with a laser gun. Okay then. But that was Domino Man by Bally, Midway, and Marvin Glass and Associates in 1983. Game number 15 in our 20 from 1983 series. Well, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon for game number 14. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.